Greetings, my lovable weirdos! After an unexpectedly long hiatus, I'm back with a quick and easy tutorial on how I made these goggles for my Duela Dent makeup. I've also got updates about my channel at the end of the video, so please do watch until the end. For this project, you will need paper cups, craft foam, elastic, the glue of your choice. I like using super glue for craft foam, and acrylic paints. You could also use Velcro to secure the bands of your goggles together, but since I'm making this as an aesthetic prop rather than a functioning prop, I'm just sticking to elastic. If you'd like to know how I'd go about turning these into functioning goggles that you can see out of, I talk a bit about that at the end of this video. First, measure how tall you want the lenses of your goggles to be. I'm going with the Ame-Komi version of Duela, or is it Ame-Komi? Ame-Komi? I don't even know how to pronounce that. So I'm going to need 3 lenses for my goggles. Carefully use a penknife or box cutter to cut out your lenses. Do not put your fingers inside the cup. I found it helpful to use my knuckles to hold the cup when cutting. Next, I drew out the base of my goggles on craft foam. Once you've cut that out, glue the lenses onto the foam. I did the exact same thing for my third lens. For the straps of the goggles, cut out 2 long strips of foam and glue it onto the bottom of the goggles foam base. Measure it to fit around your head and cut off the excess foam. I used scrap foam pieces to decorate the third lens. Next, I primed the lenses and the goggle base with Mod Podge. This is an optional step, but I like to do this for my foam pieces. One thing I've found with the priming and painting process is that you get a better result if you paint in one direction. With the lenses, I eventually decided to keep a circular direction. I started at the center of the lenses with the lightest shade, and worked outwards with darker shades. Here, you can see the difference between the primed foam of the goggle base and the unprimed foam of the straps. I glued on the third lens, and then connected the straps by gluing on elastic strips. And that's how I made these goggles. It's super easy. Greetings, all you lovable weirdos! I just wanted to pop back in here to say how thankful I am for all of you because I've been gone for a while. And since I've been gone, I've had a ton of new subscribers and a ton of new watches, and I just can't even put into words how amazing that is. Like, I'm a small channel, so to me this is like, wow. At the filming of this video right now, I'm at 113 subscribers, which is, what? And my Plague Doctor foam mask tutorial has gotten over 2,000 views. That is crazy to me. Like, none of my other videos have even hit close to 1,000. So I really appreciate all of you for watching my videos, for commenting, and for letting me know what you found helpful or what needed improving. I really appreciate that interaction with you guys. So if you don't follow me on Instagram at TillyCXE, you probably wouldn't have known why I was gone for so long. Basically, if I were to pin it down to one main reason, it would be like a technical reason. Basically, it was that my laptop was old. I've had it for close to 9 years, and as old laptops do, they start spazzing out when they're that old, and so I couldn't edit videos anymore. But that's obviously fixed now thanks to a very generous birthday gift from my family. So hopefully I'll be back to making videos more regularly. Though having said that, I'm actually going to try to keep to a schedule of one video a week instead of trying to post a Tinker Tuesday and a Transformation Thursday both in the same week. I mean, I didn't always do that in the past, but going on this unintentional hiatus, what I realized was that I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to make these videos because I wanted it to be really good for you guys, and I just can't sustain that. So I will be posting one video a week from now on, and I will also be allowing myself to take a break because you guys, to prevent burnout, you should take a break. I recommend you take a break as well. Like, if you're really stressed out right now, go relax, sit down somewhere, take a nap. Naps are great. They're rejuvenating and refreshing, and they help you recharge. So yeah, so I'm gonna give myself permission right now to take 1 week off a month. So basically what that means is I will be posting 3 videos a month instead of 4 videos, and basically whatever week I don't post, that's the week I'm taking off. I can't guarantee like a set schedule, or if like I'm always gonna take the second week off. I don't know. Sometimes I'm feeling really creative and sometimes I'm not. So yes, this one lash doesn't wanna stay down. If you do follow me on Instagram, you would have probably seen on my stories that although my old laptop couldn't handle editing videos, it could handle editing audio just fine. Probably because audio files just aren't as big as video files. So during this kind of longish hiatus, I actually started a podcast. The podcast is called Chantress Reads. Chantress Reads, I'll put it right here. It's got its own Instagram page as well, where it's kind of part updates about the podcast and part blog, where just talk about what's on my mind, or write about what's on my mind. And it's basically a read aloud podcast. I'm reading aloud stories of gothic fiction, science fiction, and fantasy because those are the genres I like. Right now I'm making my way through this book, which is a collection of short stories and poems by Edgar Allan Poe. And once that's done, I'm probably gonna move on to chapter books. Right now I'm debating between Frankenstein, Portrait of Dorian Gray, or The Yellow Wallpaper, because I just recently came across that. It's a short story, but it's a really interesting read, and I had never heard of it before. In addition to the podcast, I also set up a Patreon page. At the moment it's set up for the podcast because I didn't realize that I would be getting a new laptop so soon and being able to start making videos again so soon. But I'm probably going to tweak it a bit so that it combines both the podcast and my YouTube channel. At the moment, in terms of the podcast, the basic $1 tier, or the Lovable Weirdos tier, lets you have access to 1 exclusive reading per month and the ability to vote for what I should read next. So as I'm debating what I should be reading, I'll put a poll out on the Patreon page and ask you guys what you want to hear me read. Patrons of the $5 tier, or the Dear Hearts tier, will receive a personalized thank you card from me. I will handwrite it and and mail it to you wherever you are in the world. And you have all the same benefits as Tier 1. You'll have access to the exclusive monthly content, as well as the ability to vote for what I should read next. I've got to think about how I'm going to incorporate this YouTube channel into the Patreon as well. I don't want to make a separate Patreon for the YouTube channel. Patrons are just supporting me, little old me, so I don't think it needs 2 pages. But I gotta think about that. If you guys have ideas of what you would like to see as a patron, if you were to subscribe as a patron on my Patreon, let me know. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you'd like to see. Neither lash wants to stay on. Having said all that, you might have noticed that I actually uploaded 2 videos today. A video on how to make these prop goggles, and one on how to create a pattern for armor pieces like this. I didn't want to put it together into one video because, one, I thought it might be a bit too long, and I also thought maybe 2 separate videos might be better for people who just want to know how to make goggles and for people who just want to learn how to pattern armor or just create a pattern. So yeah, 2 videos for you guys. Speaking of these goggles, as you can see, they are not functioning. These are not lenses, they're just painted. But if you want to turn them into functioning goggles, what I would probably do actually is cut out, not the entire thing, but leave a little bit of a rim. Cut out probably where I'm circling right now, here. So that you've got a hole to see out of. Then either put a film or, I don't know, cut up plastic Sprite bottle, or actually use a pair of sunglass lenses like I did with the Plague Doctor mask. So I'll put it on there, and then I would cut out a ring of foam about the circumference of this cup here, and you can decide how big the actual opening of the lens that you want to see out of can be, and then use that foam to secure the lens onto the cup like we did with the Plague Doctor mask. 2 pieces of foam together to secure the sunglass lens. I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say. I don't know, I didn't make any notes and I tend to be very, very scatterbrained, so I think that's all I wanted to say. So once again, thank you guys so much for all your support. I'm glad to be back, and hopefully we'll be uploading more videos soon. So until next time, be kind to yourselves. Take a nap if you need to, because naps are awesome. And don't forget to keep on embracing your inner weirdo. Bye!